So today, we're gonna look at serve-receive passing again, but this time we're gonna watch a 16s match. And one thing that I wanna point out is how not everyone passes the same. Hopefully we get to review multiple different teams passing in their style and point out the differences and show how they all work and why they all work even though they're different, okay? So let's get after it. These guys are starting a little bit closer towards the 10-foot line than the other team, and that has its advantages towards getting the short balls as long as you're capable of moving into the deep court pretty efficiently. Okay, so right off this first serve, number 3 is gonna pass this ball, and she's a middle back. She can tell about here that this ball is going to her right. She makes a movement in that direction. Now she can tell that it's going deep, almost simultaneously with that step, and she starts moving back. How can we tell that it's going high the same way that she is? Watch the path of the ball. She's hitting it with some pace, high and up. We're at about the net, and it's still moving backwards. It's still moving deep into the court. It hasn't dropped yet. So she's gonna keep moving back, and then she's gonna get her angle out, create some space, get those hips back, and meet that ball where it's going. Now, it's not a perfect pass. She miscontacts the ball, but the form is there, and it is settable, which we can live with. Boom. Okay, so that was pretty good. Point ends, she sets it into the antenna. Okay, so this one drops in. Let's look at how it's different. Boom, we can tell it's going to the right. We start to move that way. Now at about the net, it starts to drop this time. Not much farther, right? It's not dropping short. It's almost the same as that last one, but just not as much pace. Let's see if we can compare the two. You gotta be able to see that quickly. Okay, this is a better pass. Notice, number 15, right back. Let's watch her form here. Okay, let's see what she does. Good. Same, angle out, creating space, right? She's trying to get those arms away from her hips. She's kind of sitting back on it to absorb this ball, which is interesting. But she also shuffles backwards through it, right? She keeps moving to stay balanced as she's passing through the ball. Okay, I like this side because we get to see everything. Okay, interesting. Our middle back has shifted left. If this was a court, sorry, it is a court. The distribution of these passers and what area they're taking is very uneven. This is why it's important to be a good libero. They're pinching over. She's pinching over because she's gonna try to go this way, I believe, and help this libero, who's probably a gangster, is saying, hey, you know, from here, I could break in and get all the way to the left, and I can also take this line and get all this backspace and get all these short balls too. I got it. Okay, so I guarantee she's really good if she's willing to do that, which a good libero should. Before we start, let's take a look at what they're doing here. Okay, sets up, all right, that's their front row, which means that one of these three guys, probably not the libero, right? One of these two is an opposite passing, which is number 3. Okay, this is your back row outside and then your libero, which means your front row outside is hiding over here. So they're keeping her out of the passing line for a reason. Maybe she's not the best passer and she's a strong hitter, but that does something good for your team. You know, now you don't have to worry about them taking out your outside, but they are gonna now target the opposite. She does have these blockers to worry about, though. When we're serving, check this out, right? You're serving over 3 people, which makes it harder for her to see, but she's got it. Boom. Okay, she gets her feet ready. Okay, it's in my pocket. Boom. Now she drops the knee to get under it. She doesn't drop her back. Boom. One knee down, the right knee down, left leg bracing. Drops the shoulder, holds the platform, gets the angle that she wants. Watch it break down. Nice. Okay, let's look at number 15 here. She's ready to go. Boom. The ball's been contacted. She doesn't have to go anywhere because she sees it's coming right at her. She sees it kind of high to her right. So she gets her arms out, realizes it's higher than she's expecting. She kind of pulls up to get around that ball, kind of opens her hips to drop that left shoulder. We get a 1 or 2 pass. Up is up. The tracking with the arms is really where it's at. That's what we need to be working on. Okay. Server's over here. All right, this is a good play to watch. Libero's got short left. She's kind of blocked by the blockers, so she's trying to look around. She sees it going to her left, and she sees it going short. So she gets that knee down, both knees down, boom, sticks her angle. Just notice how they're breaking down from the back last. Everything else is about getting under the ball, getting your knees, hips, and ankles lower, or bending at the knees, hips, and ankles to get lower. Boom. And she goes read, left, which is why she's taking that back step, sees the drop, pushes off the back step, gets the knees down, both knees down, because she can't get a good push-off step to get one knee down. And she's in a good position to pass that ball. What do you use your knee pads? Same server. Similar spot. Trying to take out the front row outside. Who is passing this time? Let's watch her. Boom. Push off, left leg, right leg, lunges, boom. This is that position that I love to see. A strong leg that you're getting your platform out over. This creates stability. This creates stability. And our arms create stability, and our leg lunging creates stability. And I just hold that angle. I'm not swinging. Okay, maybe she gets a little bit of a pull up on that ball because she feels like she needs some height on it, but she's not swinging, nothing crazy, just the smallest scoop with her wrists to get that ball to go up where she wants. She's going to the ball. This is what I mean by go to the ball, don't wait for it to come to you. If she would have stayed here, that would have been waiting for the ball to come to you. Instead, we see the lunge towards the ball, reaching our arms out to go meet that ball where we see it, not waiting for it to drop into our lap. And she does a great job transitioning. Now this is a good passing a short ball to your right to transition out movement that I want to look at for our outside hitters. So she gets from the lunge, transitions into an approach immediately with that left step. Right, left, right, left. Good, right? It's more like a J. Right, if you were to draw a J from the bottom. Okay, pow, contact. She sees left. Right, first move is left. Second move is back. Right? Just look at the feet, don't look at anything else. Yeah, it's kind of a... It's left. It's deep. Open up. All right, she does a little hop move. To create some space, get her angle where she needs it to be. Have any of these passes been exactly the same as the last? No way. We're being creative. But one thing that they do try to do is stay balanced. She just get her arms out a little late here, I think. Or maybe the ball picks up, I don't know. But we, right about here, have to adjust our arms out. They like to shuffle through the pass. It's working for them. let's watch number 14, their libero's footwork. Notice how much more comfortable number 14 is, their libero, when she's lower than the other girls, right? Number 1's not that low. Her knees are a little bit bent. Number 11 is definitely a little bit taller, more relaxed. Number 14 is ready to get it. Number 1 is more relaxed. Number 11 is more relaxed. Libero's here instead of here, which means they want her to help this way. They also, might want her to help this way if she sees that they serve into the seam. But that's not going to happen. They're trying to serve the front row outside. So she's ready to help out in that seam. 11 was going to go for it short. Libero's there though. She bails out. She's going to go hit. Hips back, create space, hold angle, shuffle through the pass. That seems to be their technique here. Boom. She doesn't get a push-off step though, right? But she's adapting to it. Shuffle right into it. Boom. So she does more of a lean, then push shuffle. Boom. Hips back, create space, finishes through the movement by shuffling through it, but stays balanced while shuffling through it. Good. Number 1 shows us a good hold this time. She doesn't shuffle through the pass like we saw in the previous passes. So what's her form here? Contact, prep, sees right, pushes off left foot to go right, small right step, gathers, tracks with arms, strong platform, hold. She's not swinging through it. Boom. Hold. Pretty. Let's watch this one in a slower motion. Okay. Libero sees the server getting ready. She does her little, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm low. Pow. Contact. I see it right. I'm going right now. Gather my feet. Keep my feet underneath me. Very balanced movement there. Okay, good form here. Tracking with my arms. Now here she chooses to lean through her leg, right? She gets deeper into that lunge to get around that ball. Braces, boom. Here, now she commits by just falling into it and getting to her one knee. That's pretty cool. Boom. But notice how she's keeping her body balanced and neutral through that movement. Let's watch it. Boom. Holds angle. One knee down, back up into the action. So what are the true keys here of passing if this pass looks way different than the last pass, right? If there's more than one way to pass the ball, what are the things that actually matter when it comes to passing? Now for me, and what I can see, let me know what you think, it's reading the ball, realizing where it's going immediately, which direction, left or right. From there, it's realizing short or deep, once it's about at the net. So they immediately start to go left or right, and then they start to figure out short or deep. And then it's about figuring out how to get under that ball and creating an angle that gets the ball to the target. Now how you do that is up for interpretation. We also want to stay balanced as we're moving. I think that helps with the tracking, right? But if on one pass she can shuffle through it, the next pass she can drop down to one knee, the next pass she can drop down to two knees, then those movements aren't the consistencies. It's the being balanced. It's getting your angle under the ball. It's creating space, right? Maybe. So if there's no one right way to train it, how do we train it? Well, I say you do all the above. Don't just have one way you think you're supposed to pass. Remember the principles. I gotta be balanced while I'm moving. You know, I gotta get my angle out. I gotta track the ball. I gotta read the ball. Don't think too much about what my feet are doing. Sometimes it's a push-off step. Sometimes it's just a shuffle step. Sometimes it's right into a knee down. Sometimes it's into a single lunge. Sometimes it's into a backward shuffle. Sometimes it's opening up and shuffling back. Sometimes it's diving and forgetting about your back altogether and just getting underneath the ball, diving through that ball. Ball up. Ball to setter. Keep it simple. So train it. Train it by trying different things while focusing on the main thing, which is up and to setter if possible. Find a comfortable position to move from. If you're a very low kind of passer, then get very low. I am not. I'm somewhere in between 15 and number 1, I think it's 1 here, right? Where my feet are a little bit more narrow versus wide. And I just gotta feel like I can get somewhere, right? I gotta feel like I can push off and move somewhere. If I were to get into this position with my feet that wide, I don't feel like I can move anywhere. That doesn't work for me. Don't tell me to pass like that, okay? I can be somewhere more like this. I also don't even think that I like being bent over that much. I feel more comfortable. Like, I get stiff when I have my arms out already and ready to go. I like to be more like number 1 here. I want to feel very relaxed. And then when the ball is contacted, I get kind of reactive. Let's see what she does. I don't know if she gets served here, but let's watch her. So get into a position, get ready to go, right? So watch number 1. She's more relaxed until contact. And then she kind of does like a get ready movement and then starts to move her feet. So she got caught up high. It's okay, it happens. Her initial movement was left, right? Push off left, realizes it's going deep. Somewhere between the 10-foot line and the net, you realize where it's going. So reading, being able to be in a position to move, a comfortable position for you to be able to move. Track that ball with your platform. Remember, do what you have to do to get your angle there, right? In this situation, I wish she would have got it, but she's opening up and she's standing up to try to get that angle there. Do what you have to do to get your angle out. We've seen multiple ways to do that in this video, okay? You can shuffle through the pass to stay balanced. You can hold strong to stay balanced. Try to stay balanced while you're moving. If you need to get low by bending your knees first. If you really need to get low and you have to do a bailout plan, feel free to dive through that ball. Just problem solve, baby. Heck yeah, look at that pass. Oh, it's too bad. There's a replay on the call. Maybe she didn't blow the whistle. Maybe he never blew the whistle. Okay. Anyways, I want to watch it anyways. It's a good pass. You notice they're moving? Right? The liberos, they're all moving, getting ready for this serve. 14's getting lower as the server's about to serve. 15 and 1 are both kind of taking 2 steps. Boom. Then we see the serve and we start to react. Push off step. I really like the push off step to get somewhere. Push off, step, and then we turn that into a shuffle when she sees the direct. When we see if it's short or deep, right? So she sees left. She also doesn't think that ball's still rising close to the net. So she doesn't think it's dropping. So she's kind of taking that step deeper, realizes how deep, and gets that second push off slash shuffle to get that lunged leg there, strong, holding her balance, helping her stay balanced, and then she starts to track. Well, she's been tracking, right? Look at the arms. The arms start to move already here, boom, together, starts to track to get out to that ball, boom. Reaching, creating space. Look at that form, right? And she's still moving through it, shuffling through that they like, and holding the angle as she's shuffling through. It's a good pass. Yeah. Boom. So this time we see something different, something that we haven't seen in a while. And I'm glad we got to see this. Boom. Okay, and it's peaking on their side of the net. Okay? When a ball is served flat, it's hard to tell if it's gonna drop or if it's gonna keep going deep, right? But when we see peaks within serves, they tell us what's gonna happen. So we've seen a lot of the balls kind of peaking high on the opponent's side, the side that we're watching, the receiving side, and telling them to move deep early, right? Now here's a situation where we see the peak on the server's side of the court, which tells us, right, if a ball is peaking on the server's side of the court, that means it's going short. We can get there. Props to the middle, right? Being able to pass that ball. I love middles that are more than just hitting and blocking the ball. They're covering, they're serve receive passing. Oh, she's a little early on that. Nice cutty to the line though. Okay, let's watch the pass. Number one's passing the ball, serving down the line. Oh, one thing we haven't talked about yet is reading the server. Let's look at the server right here. Okay, she's facing the line. She tosses it down the line. Her contact is going down the line. We can tell that before the ball even leaves her hand, which direction it's going. Boom. Number one, I think, is the one that we see doing the balance by holding move, right? She likes to stop her feet. Or maybe we've just gotten lucky with seeing them, but it's a good example of it working. So I like this little shuffle step that she takes. Step. I don't know if that's part of the plan. Boom, serve. Get my feet ready. Push off step. Boom, gather. Now, oddly, she uses the left leg as her balance step. Something happens right about here. Maybe she thinks it's going deep, and then it doesn't. So she kind of does this. But notice how we still have this strong leg. She's kind of bracing with this back leg. Strong front leg. Boom, holds, angle. Let's watch it again. Boom. Sturdy, strong, on contact. Not swinging, not falling. You notice we're not saying things like, you have to be low and you have to have your arms out. We're saying more things like, read the ball, be in a good position to move. Find an efficient way to move farther, faster, which is why you'll hear me say the push-off step a lot. That is a key that I'll point out. I really like when someone's pushing off the opposite leg of the direction they want to go to get in that opposite direction. It really helps them get farther, faster. So I like that movement. Staying balanced, right? I think we have a better time tracking the ball and holding our angle when we're moving in a balanced way. Tracking with our arms, getting our angle out early, holding strong through that angle, focusing on getting that angle to get the ball to go to the setter. It's a bad pass, it's okay. One thing that we haven't talked about also is our attitudes. Look at her attitude towards this mistake. Psst. Right away. This is so important. My bad. My bad, everybody. I got the next one. It's gonna be okay. I'm still here. We got this. Hey, look at them. Look at that chemistry between the libero and the outside. We got this. You take that ball? You want me to take that ball? That's what I think she's saying. I'll take that ball. That's my seam. I'll be telling the libero to take that ball. See, some people would swear midline passing doesn't work for deep balls. I've said in the past that I like the midline pass for short balls, but here's a great example of the midline passing working for some of these deep balls. Has it failed them a couple of times? I think so, right? Didn't we see a ball kind of pull up high on them? So not passing midline on that ball, opening up and taking that ball on the side. Might have saved that one play, but come on, it's working for them so far. Besides the one ball that I'm talking about, right? She just keeps that ball in front of her. She sees that it's going deep, shuffle back, boom, shuffle back, arms out, pop that ball. Maybe because it's going high and she can tell it's going deep that it's working. Maybe what I'm talking about with opening up might be better on a flatter serve, a flatter, faster serve versus a higher lobbing deep serve. Do not practice one thing to say, oh, this is the way to do it. Practice moving back, taking it on your midline. Practice opening up, taking it on your side. Practice dropping a knee for the short ball. Practice lunging to the side. Practice shuffling through the pass. Practice stopping your feet. Get the variety down. If you have this arsenal of different movements and you train them all, then when you get into the game, you turn off your brain and you say, body, react based off of what I've trained you to do. So now you allow the mind to stop talking and read, and then you allow the body to take in the information that the mind is reading and make a movement that gets them to the ball. You can coach through it. Hey, I'm just not getting my feet there. But don't go internal and start thinking about, am I stepping the right way? Because every serve is going to be different. So how can you pre-plan what you're going to do in a situation that you don't know is going to happen? Be in the moment. Read. Let your body react. None of these movements that we've seen have been the same. Not at the 16s level, not at the USA professional level. Speaking of midline failing her, right? She's trying to shuffle back on this one and it doesn't happen. And she tries to open up too late, right? But she does try to open up. I'm not saying that it's wrong. It just didn't work in that situation. She could have very easily realized here, I'm not going to get there, picked up that back leg to open up. What she tries to do, she tries to open up, but I think she does it in a poor manner. I hope nobody takes offense to any of my comments. I'm just trying to be a... See, she's jumping. This is me right here. Boom. Feet are a little crazy in this one. Step, hop together, hop back to kind of get efficient. What do I mean, get efficient? Kind of hop back, just kind of like stay balanced, keep my feet underneath me. She opens up, holds the angle. Check her feet out here. Holds the angle. Is that the right form? Yeah, get the ball there. Nice play. Jumping through it. What are the keys? Ready to move, reading. Get my feet to the ball in some way without, it could be a lunge, it could be a knee down, it could be, getting to the ball, getting my angle there, holding my angle, directing my angle to my setter with some height. I'm not gonna sit there and go, don't jump. She got the pass there. If I say don't jump, coaches, if I say don't jump, and I constrain the way that she can get to that ball, she doesn't pass that ball well. I allow her to do what she thinks she needs to do. I allow her to let her body do what it thinks it should do. And I made her jump and I got her a perfect pass. Great pass, that's what I'm saying there. Good job. Right, look, we can see the other team right here. Pass. She got a bad back step, I saw it. I don't know if you saw it. Look at her left leg over here. From our side, it looks like the right. Boom, back step. Tough position to be in. Has an answer to it. Leans over that knee, over that leg, bends her knee, gets the angle out, gets down to the floor. Okay, that's enough. So just think about all that stuff, all right? Think about all the different ways that we pass the ball. Think about all the things that were consistent, no matter how they passed the ball. And go out there and, find some variety in how you move. Focus on reading. Train your body to be faster. Find out where your comfortable position is to get ready to move as far as you can, as fast as you can. And we'll end it there. Good stuff. I'll see you guys next time.